The mysteries of the 7 altars of prayer fulfillment. Brother Aston Adam, I have come today to talk about the tribunal of answering. The whole thing began when I was praying for many days in the Spirit. As I persevered in prayer, I heard a voice saying, "Brother, from today understand that your prayers has been heard. The Lord has sent me so that I can take you to heaven, so that you can see how prayer are answered." At that moment, I felt my spirit leaving my body, and I saw that I was out of my body which was laying on the ground. I saw that the place I was enlightened by a great light, and quickly I saw that I was climbing the space. I thought I was with the Lord because I had a lot of encounter with him, but on that day it was not the Lord but the angelic messenger. He said, "Brother, it is the Lord that has sent me to you." The angel held my hand and we began to rise in space. When we arrive in the celestial universe, I saw black mist. Actually these mist were rocks, like mountain, and there were unclean spirit deployed and posted around these rock. Given that I saw the celestial worlds previously, I knew the difference between demon and angels. When I saw these unclean spirit, I asked the angel of the Lord, "Who are these creatures?" The angel said, "These are satanic spirit, the demons of opposition who stop prayer of God people from reaching heaven, and from being answered." Isaiah 15:1. The angel said, "Aston, look carefully." When I look, behold, I saw smoke rising from the earth and going to heaven. When these smoke reach these rock, I saw demons laughing and mocking. The angel of the Lord told me, "These smoke are the prayer of the saint to the Almighty." Yet I saw these demons mocking these prayer. I heard them saying, "This believer who is in fornication and sin, has the audacity to ask God things. His prayer will not rise." Brother, I saw that these prayer requests was stopped in the celestial cosmos. On the other hand, I saw other smoke rising without opposition, for they were piercing these rock where there were numerous demons of opposition stationed to stop prayers. The angel said, "Now you see what happened when you pray." Suddenly I saw a giant demon who had broken wings. He landed in these rock among demons. He was carrying black vase. When he got to these rock, I saw countless demons that were around this rock gathering smokes which were the prayer of the saint that were stopped from rising to upper heaven, and these demons of space were putting these smokes of prayers in the black vase that was brought by this winged demon. I asked the angel of the Lord, "Who is this demon that has broken wings?" The angel said, "This demon is called Prayer Hunter. He opposed prayer from rising to heaven. When he has blocked these smokes that are prayer of the saint from rising, he gather these prayers that was stopped and he put them in his vase, and he take them to a center in space for study and examination, where demon would decode, examine and investigate the content. The purpose of this examination is to determine what God children are asking to God. Every prayer that is stopped in space would be examined and decoded in order to determine the content and the request that is inside. For when they had finished studying these prayer, when they have determined what God children have asked in these prayer, I saw these demon of space informing demon of the earth and transferring them information about the prayer request of God people. I saw the power of air and communication with monitoring spirit that follow and watch over God children. They were given information about their prayer request. When these demon of the earth got information given to them by the prince of the air, they began to strategize and to set up countermeasure against the saint. These monitoring spirit of pursuit set up opposition in order to block God children. Brother, whenever space demon determined what you have asked God in prayer, they would inform demons that are monitoring your life. They will say to demon of the earth and witches that are in conflict and war against you, "We have managed to capture the prayer of your enemy. We have investigated his prayer and we have found out things that he is asking God." This is how demon of the earth and witches get information about God children, which enable them to attack with precision. When the angel spoke like this, I cried, and I said, "If this is the case, it is better not to pray." The angel said, "All these prayer that are captured in the celestial cosmos are prayer that did not meet the condition or principles of prayer." I said to the angel of God, "What are the principles of prayer?" The angel of the Lord told me, for a prayer to reach the upper heaven, first and foremost it is about the heart disposition. Isaiah 29 chap 7. The angel told me, "Today God children are praying but their heart is full of wickedness. You are praying to prove to other Churches have become a place of battle for position of glory. People are seeking position in the church. They are seeking the things of the world to prove others. The angel said, the second principle for a prayer to rise to heaven is offering. Your prayer are not accompanied with offering, that is why they are blocked. The third principle is the behavior of God children. The third principle is the sufficient consecration of time in prayer. The fourth principle is innocence, which mean you must forgive other and ask God to forgive you. When you fail to forgive those who have offended you, your prayer will be stopped. The last principle is holiness, purity, the fear of the Lord, Bible reading. These are things that protect your prayer and cause it to pierce the heavens. The hand of the Lord is not short to act, but it is your sins. I asked the angel about the smoke that were rising to heaven without meeting opposition. The angel said, these are prayer that meet the principle of prayers, they cannot be stopped. By the way, let now follow these prayer that are rising to heaven without opposition. Quickly we began to follow these bright smoke that were rising to heaven. As we continue to follow these prayer, finally we arrived before a gate, where it was written the Tribunal of Fulfillment. The angel said to me, it is in this heavenly kingdom that the fulfillment of prayer happen. Before the gate there were two angels that had the shape of eagles. They had 12 keys on their claws. They kept repeating, the Lord is alive, the Lord is alive, the Lord is alive. The angel that was with me told them, it is the Lord Jesus Christ that has sent him here. He has to visit this kingdom. When they opened the gate we enter this heavenly kingdom. When we enter this kingdom, I saw that there were many beautiful and stupendous buildings. I felt like I was in a tribunal of the earth. There was an intense light in this celestial kingdom, and I saw that there was 144 buildings in this city, where there was an intense presence and glory of God, and I could hear a lot of noise as if people were praying. The angel said, it is in this place that the prayer of the saint are dealt with. When I look on our left there was a white building that have 1,444 levels. The angel said, when your prayer arrive in heaven they are received in this building. It is the center of examination of prayer. I was blown away by this bright place of light, and I was looking at this brilliant and shining building. The angel began to explain to me the purpose of this building, and while he was talking to me I heard the sound of the trumpet resonating throughout this heavenly kingdom. There was a silence and then we heard a sweet voice, saying, prepare yourself, because the trial is about to begin. May the defense party get ready. Then the angel said, we have to enter and see what happened inside. However, I was inclined to visit these stupendous buildings and contemplate the city instead of entering. The angel held my hand and led me to the center of the city. When we reached the center of this city, I saw a gigantic and massive white throne. It was brightening and beaming a strong light. The size, length and dimension of this radiant throne was massive. I wondered, who is it that can sit in this massive throne? It was so enormous and a strong light was generated, and inside the light there was what seems to be an image of a man seating, and before the throne there was 7 altars. Opposite to the throne there were angels dressed in red and white. They were seated on the side of the throne. There was also angels dressed in white. In their vestment it was written, the lawyers of Christ. Opposite to them were dark spirit, dressed in black and seating. The angel said to me, brother, this is the place where the judgment of your prayer happen. The angels at your right are the defense, the lawyer of Christ. The spirit on your left are the accusing spirit. These angels that are the defense always defend God people, and these accusing spirit always accuse God people, and the angels in white and red are the judges that are there to examine cases. In the end it is the 7 altars before the Lord that will be the key factor for the fulfillment of the prayer. Each one of these 7 altars had names. The first altar had writing that said, the altar of heart, disposition and character. The second altar was the altar of family. The third altar was the altar of the enemy. The fourth altar is the altar of spiritual battle and deliverance. The fifth altar is the altar of the grace of God. The sixth altar is the altar of the love of God. The 7th altar is that of the cross. It is in this 7 altar that the prayer of the believer are answered. When the trial began before the white throne, I saw the first angel rising with a file containing the prayer of a lady. Brother, I cannot quote her name and her country, because my testimony is already reaching the world. It is going all over the world. The angel said to the one seating on the white throne, These are the prayer request of the lady. The angel listed all the request of the lady. Afterwards I saw an accusing spirit rising, and he began to oppose the prayer request of this lady, saying, "We are against this woman prayer." The accusing spirit provided argument and justification for his opposition. He said this woman cannot be answered and she deserves nothing. Quickly the accusing spirit pulled out a disc. The angel said, "You must understand that every time you sin on the earth there are accusing spirit in the spirit world watching and recording, and this recording will be used on the day of the trial and fulfillment of your prayer in the tribunal of prayer, where they will present evidence against you." I saw the accusing spirit holding the disc containing the deeds and sin of the lady, and he said, "I am against the fulfillment of her prayer because she is born in a family that is subjected to laws. She was not supposed to get married but she got married. She was not supposed to have children but she has children. She is going against the laws. The witches of his street have already decided for her but she is going against their law. Even people of her quarter don't like her. This kind of person does not deserve fulfillment. We have and this disc her action and her sins." I saw this accusing spirit placing the disc on a table that was before the throne. As a result a TV appeared, where images of this lady was projected. I saw that before praying to the Lord this lady was quarreling with her husband, and while she was arguing with his husband the accusing demon said to the one sitting on the throne, "The Bible say wives should submit to their husband, but look at her attitude." I saw many accusing spirit in this place applauding these accusations, and then another image was projected showing that the lady was in conflict with people. She was having rancor and bitterness with people over issues. Yet the Bible tells us to be in peace with everyone. The third images that was projected showed the woman criticizing her pastor. The accusing spirit asked, "Is this woman worthy of fulfillment of her prayer?" This spirit replied to his question and said, "No, she is not." Then I saw the angels of God, defenders of God children, rising and saying to the Lord, "You are God of mercy, the most merciful Lord and the most compassionate God, may the mercy be to you." The angel implored the mercy and favor of the Lord for the woman. However, I saw that the accusing spirit were upbeat for they had many evidence against the lady. On the other hand the angels of defense were just imploring God mercy. I saw the angels judges putting the case before the one who sat on the white throne. They said, "The accuser have presented their evidence and the defender reacted asking for your mercy. It is now for the throne of judgment to determine the last fate." I saw the angel judges placing the file containing the prayer of this lady above the first altar, which was the altar of heart disposition and character. As a result I saw black smoke rising. The angel said to me, "This black smoke is because of the lady bad character." When the file was placed on the second altar, which is the altar of family, there was lightning. The angel said this is because the laws that govern her family are against her prayer being fulfilled. The angel said your family may influence the fulfillment of your prayer. There are many people suffering for when their prayer were placed in the altar of character there was black smoke of bad character. Their sins affect their prayer in the altar of character. Many people are also suffering because of family configuration and laws that are opposed to them. Then the prayer of this lady was placed in the third altar of enemy. The lady had many enemy witches. There was a black sap. When the prayer was placed in the fourth altar of battle and deliverance, there was fiery light. The angel said the fulfillment of this lady prayer will come as a result of spiritual battle and prayer of combat. The angel say, when you pray and you don't see result you must enter in spiritual warfare and deliverance prayer then you would see result. Then the lady prayer was placed on the altar of grace. The angel said, this altar is about the grace of God. What you don't deserve Jesus Christ can give it to you for he has died for you. Then I saw the angel placing this lady prayer on the altar of the love of God. The angel said, in this altar of the love of God, even a sinner can pray and receive answer, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. It is by grace that many God children are getting fulfillment of the prayer. Brother, when the prayer of this lady was placed in the last altar, which was the altar of the cross, I saw the blood of Jesus flowing, and I heard a voice coming out of the blood and saying, it is not in vain that I have shed my blood. My daughter has suffered so much. If she has sinned, my spirit is still there, and I still love her despite her sin. Think, O God, to my blood that I have shed." As the voice was speaking, I saw the one that was seating on the throne having the shape of light. He rose from his throne. He said, "Now neither the evil, neither the family, now, neither her deeds, neither witches and neither battles can oppose the fulfillment of her prayer. I answer favorably to her prayer. I will give beyond what she has asked." When he said that, all the angels stood up and they clapped for the Almighty God. They glorified the Lord. Brother, when your prayer is placed on the altar of the cross, the blood of Christ will speak and your prayer will be answered, even if the law of the family oppose you, even if you are not perfect, even if the accuser oppose you. The blood will intercede for you. Brother, I saw many prayer passing before the altar of fulfillment. I saw prayers of pastors and men of God, and the fulfillment of these prayers were given to the angel of the Lord to bring the answer to the lady. Given that the accusing spirit have failed to stop God from answering prayer, they were furious, and they said, "Despite our evidence and accusation we have failed." I saw these demons leaving the tribunal of prayer. The angel of the Lord told me, "We must follow them in order to see what will happen next." When these accusing spirit left the tribunal, I saw that they arrived in the cosmos in a dark space. The darkness in this place was powerful and unexplained. I saw that there were like building in this dark space. I asked the angel of the Lord, "Where are we going like this?" The angel replied, "We are going to a city which is the tribunal of Satan, where Satan condemned the people of the earth. It is a place where he prepared strategy in order to fight prayer." When we arrived before the tribunal of Satan, I saw that it had the shape of a beast that was vomiting fire. The mouth of the beast was the entry of the tribunal of Satan. It was like a beast was sitting with mouth open, and he was dark. Around the tribunal there were many demons. I saw that they were drinking blood and talking. The angel told me, "Since we are sent here by the Lord, these demons won't be able to see us. We must rush because the audience and trial is to begin very soon." When we enter inside this tribunal, I saw numerous demons. Some of them had animal shape, some demons look like wind, some look like shadow, some look like fire. There were countless demons. In the middle of these demons there was a black throne, and beside the throne there was an inverse cross, with a skeleton on it. Around the throne there were powerful demons. I had the impression we were in a massive kingdom. The angel told me, "It is here that the devil examine and oppose the prayer of God people. It is here that he come up with method to weaken people prayer life. It is here that he stop prayer from rising and be answered." In this gathering demons were drinking blood. The angel said, "These are blood of the people of the earth that was sacrificed by witch and Satanist. Demons drink this blood in order to dominate." The angel said, "If a member of your family is a witch, and he ate and drank human blood in your family, all his progeny will be dominated here." As the angel was talking, I saw a group of demons entering this demonic hall where the audience were drinking blood. The angel told me, "These are the accusing spirit that were in the trial in the tribunal of prayer. They have come to report the result of the trial." But I saw that the throne of Satan was empty. There was another noticeable empty throne where the representative of Satan was supposed to sit in case the devil was absent. When these accusing demons arrived, I saw the assistants doing invocation prayer in order to summon the devil. Immediately they began to sing a Catholic song about Our Lady Maria. I said to the angel of God, "Why are they singing the Catholic song about the Mother of Christ?" The angel replied, "The Virgin Mary worshipped in the Catholic Church is not the Mother of Christ, but the Queen of the Coast and the Sea, Mary Magdalene." When the Catholics sing this song, they invite the Queen of the Sea. As these demons were singing, they were also inviting the Queen of the Coast. Soon there was an appearing among them. I saw a black queen landing before the audience. She sat on the throne. Quickly I saw 3 demons bringing her 3 cups full of blood. The angel said, "This is the lady that people called the Queen of the Coast. She was not always a demon, but she has become a demon. She is the mistress of the spirit of the earth and the water. She was not always a spirit. In fact, she was previously a normal human." The story happened long time ago in Nigeria, in faraway time in history. Her mother was a widow, for his father was already dead. She used to go with her mother to the river to get water. One day she went to get the water alone and she was captured by water spirit. Yet the water was low. She was drowned by water spirit and she was consumed, but her soul was thrown in jail. for when she was drowned water spirit consumed her body, but her soul remained in jail for many years, until one day a water spirit saw her, and he went to tell the king he wanted to marry her. "Give me the condition and requirement, I want to marry her." The king said, "She come from the earth, she will not stay here for long. When her time comes she will be sent to hell." Since this water spirit insisted, the king accepted to give the young lady to marriage. Long after marriage the lady was angry that she had left her mother who was a widow alone, and the mother was also in her need. As she got used to this new world she was investigating and asking questions in order to get more power. She was told she needed to do more sacrifice in order to have more power. Thus she began to capture souls that came to get water in the river precisely where she was captured by marine sport. She went on to kill men, women and children, up to a point the village chief forbid the villager to go to the river. Since she was in search of power she went on to sink boat in the sea and the ocean. She had killed so many people, and when she had killed more than 3,000 souls, she had become so powerful that water spirit could not control her anymore. She killed the water spirit that had married her. She killed water spirit that had killed her on the earth. A water spirit that had survived her onslaught went to report to the devil, and when the devil sent him to call her she refused. The devil himself came to her and said to her, "Now you belong to us, you shall be my servant in the earth. I give you power, glory and success on the earth. You shall be worship and churches. A part of their prayer will be for the fortification of your kingdom." This queen of the coast is also the mistress of witchcraft. It is in the Catholic Church that his worship is common. Her kingdom has got richer thanks to the star, the destiny and life energy of people. All the drowning and accident of boat in water contributed to her power and progress. She is at the center of many invention of the earth. I will go in depth about her testimony later. After the appearing of the queen of the coast, I began to see smoke in the empty throne before the assistants. I heard the accusing spirit saying, "Get ready for the coming of the great master." Suddenly the devil appeared on the throne. I thought I would see a dark figure with horns. To my surprise he was a young man of an extreme beauty exceeding all the men of the earth. Ezekiel 28:13. He was a perfect beauty. When he sat on the throne he was wearing a crown having 1,000 stars, but he was furious. He said to the assistants, "You all saw what the Creator has done against us." Despite all the evidence he judged in favor of the poor creature. But we must counter the fulfillment her prayer from reaching her. We must not let her have that blessing. I saw the assistants worshipping him. When the devil has left I saw the queen of the rising and said, "I want all the demons of the earth to be ready. Since we need more strategy we need Satan to come back."